Hello, everybody. Welcome to another fine literature hour in which we will be reading Bully by the one and only Penelope Douglas. We are doing chapter 3 and maybe 4, depending how long we take for both. Format is simple. Ezra reads it or reads chapter 3 at least. Live reactions, live edits, live giggles, all that. Take it away.
That's the plan. Okay, here we go. Okay, I got all. I don't remember what I was doing through all these voices. We'll see. Okay.
Oh, no.
Well, should we wait? Should we? Oh, we were not going to do voices. Well,
No.
I'll tone the voices down.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Should we recap what happened?
Oh,
she
yeah.
went to a party.
I don't know.
And
yeah.
She got mad at the guy. I think that's about it. Okay.
Yeah, that's really all external things that happen. So I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Chapter.
No, wait. No. That was chapter 1. She fought with the bully guy. She went away for a year in France, and now she's back.
She talked to her dad, who built an aircraft.
The one aircraft.
Worldwide. Yes. One singular aircraft. I remember that. I do remember that. That was like weeks ago. I remember that. It's hard to forget.
God, yeah.
Hard to forget. Made it to the final copy. Okay. So, have you seen him yet? Casey leaned on the frame of my double doors, looking over to Jared's house. I didn't have to ask who she was referring to. No, well, yes, kind of. I saw a pretty severe-looking boss, capital boss, charging into his garage late last night. Would that be him? I didn't want to tell Casey about seeing him at the window. Hoping to have a couple of days' reprieve before we came face to face, I was trying to hang on to the calm I'd achieved during my year away. I continued to sort through the clothes in my suitcase, picking out what needed to be hung up and what needed to be washed. Yep. Well, hold on. What is Casey's voice? Yep. God, hold on. She gotta have a different voice. Yep, he traded in the GT shortly after you left and bought that. I guess he's been making a name for himself racing out at the loop. My fingers clenched the hanger tightly at her words. Disappointment coursed through me as I realized that things had changed in the year I'd been gone. Wow, insightful. When we were younger, Jared and I had dreamed of putting a car together for the loop. It's a hot car, I hated to admit it. Jared used to work with my dad and me in our garage fixing up my dad's old Chevy Nova. We were both eager students and appreciated the mastery it took to get a car in prime condition. Nice showing and not telling there.
Oh my god.
In any case, I continued, with racing in his job, I just hope he's too busy to get in my face this year. I circulated the room, putting things away, but my brain throbbed with annoyance. What a sentence. I circulated the room. There should be a comma there, I think. Comma, putting things away, comma. But my brain throbbed with annoyance. I think there's supposed to be a comma there.
Oh my god. But like
Casey back so weird. Extremely weird. No human being has ever said either of those things. Circulated the room and my brain throbbed with annoyance. Circulated the room. I don't even know if that's like I'm gonna have to fact.
Is she like a white blood cell or something? I also don't get...
think that might... To move continuously or freely through a closed system or area, pass or cause... I mean, that technically can be used there, but no one would say that. No one ever would say that.
I'm also wondering why she's so annoyed.
Very strange. Casey backed away from the doorframe and belly propped onto my bed. Well, I, for one, am pretty excited to see the look on his face when he sees you. She leaned her head on her hand, giving me a teasing grin. And why is that? I muttered as I walked to my bedside table to reset my clock. Why does she have to reset her clock? Did she lose power? I don't remember that.
No,
because you look great. I have no idea what happened between the two of you, but he won't be able to ignore you. No rumor or prank will keep the guys away, and Jared will probably be sulking that he treated you so badly. Casey wiggled her eyebrows. Okay. Oh, great. This is great. I don't know what she meant about me looking great. Oh, also, the quote is meant to be outside the period.
Yeah, true. Oh my god.
I think I could check that. I think that actually went to chapter 4. As far as I knew, I looked the same as I always did.
Oh my god.
I stood at 5'7", blondish hair falling to the middle of my back, and dark blue eyes.
So
Tucks
in
hair
short,
behind the ear.
yeah,
Tucks hair behind the ear.
She's absolutely hideous, obviously.
Gym workouts made me want to gag, but I had continued my running to keep in shape for cross country. The only difference was my skin tone. After traveling summer and being in the sun so much, I was pretty tanned.
Oh
In time,
no.
though, that would disappear and I'd be pale again.
Oh no.
It's
She's
actually,
tan.
I think it's actually worse than her looking in the mirror and describing this. To be
Yeah,
completely
this is
honest,
terrible.
I would prefer the mirror one. Oh,
There's this like this entire paragraph. This description feels like a humble brag.
oh yeah, absolutely,
Oh
100,000%.
my.
Yeah, I don't like working out at the gym. I just run to keep in
Yeah.
hot shape for cross country, so I have a six pack or whatever.
And I'm naturally
Um,
beautiful, but
the
I
only
don't
difference
know
was
it.
the only difference was I was too tan, but it would fade. But I was really
Yeah,
tan now.
yeah. Ew,
A
how?
typically hideous thing that people find.
Yeah.
Um, oh, he never had a problem ignoring me. I wish he would. I sucked in a breath through my teeth and smiled.
What?
I had such an awesome year. The people I met and the places I saw! Exclamation point. It all gave me a lot of perspective. I have a plan, and I'm not letting Jared Trent get in my way.
Oh my
I
god.
sat down on the bed and let out a sigh. Full return. I sat down on the bed and let out a sigh. Okay. Casey grabbed my hand. No worries, babe. This shit has to come to a head eventually. After all, we graduate in 9 months. What are you talking about? I'm talking about the foreplay between you and Jared, Casey chirped, straight-faced as she hopped off the bed and into my closet. It can't go on forever, she called out. Hold on, this is
Italicized.
internal, it's italicized.
Yeah.
Foreplay? Foreplay. Excuse me? Foreplay was a sex word, and my stomach flip-flopped at the thought of Jared, quotes, and sex, quotes, in the same sentence.
Oh, come! For the love of God!
Oh, I read ahead so I can do this correct. Miss Brandt, don't you tell me this hasn't crossed your mind. Casey poked her head out of the closet using a southern accent as she pinched her eyebrows together and placed her hand over her heart. She held one of my dresses up to her frame. Why? Oh, I don't want to sound gendered here. But I'm going to do it anyway. Why do these female authors always be saying frame? Why do they always be saying the word frame to refer to people's bodies? I don't get it. It's weird to me.
Really?
It's weird.
I feel called out.
His massive frame. It's not that you can never use it, but they always use it, I feel like. In these books. It's just everywhere.
True. Is it like a romance word? I feel called out because I use frame a lot.
It's kind of
too.
a romance word. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a hater. I guess maybe Fern and I just read so many bad books that I'm just like, I'm over it because I see it a lot.
Inform me about this because then I can expunge it from my vocabulary.
I don't think that maybe I'm just like satiated with it, like somatic satiation, because like I've heard it a lot. I mean, well, in this sentence, of course, you don't even need it in this sentence. She held one of my dresses up and examined herself. I also feel like actually maybe this one is just really weird because like held one of my dresses up to her frame. I don't think is like a normal way to say that. Like,
yeah,
his massive frame filled the doorway. Like, I think I'm tired of hearing that, but like at least that sounds better than this. It's just like a really weird way to use it.
Out. I am not looking at traces of the bar. I need to get all the information after this because God knows.
Frame.
Oh my God.
I mean, I just feel like, I don't know. Like I said, I might just be over it, but I also think that specifically this is like really weird in this sentence.
No, it is
up to her frame, right?
Yeah, you would say like up to herself. I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway. As she examined herself in the full-size mirror that hung on the back of my closet door. Foreplay? I spun the word around in my head, trying to figure out what she was talking about until it finally clicked. You did? You had to spin that around? You think his treatment of me is foreplay? She did an interrobang, but she did it backwards.
She did a reverse interrobang.
A reverse. I actually am an interrobang defender. I think there's a place for it, bro. If you're yelling a question, I think it needs an interrobang. For example, like this, if you're yelling it, it feels weird to just put a question mark to me. I don't support that.
No,
I
I
think an
feel
interrobang
ya.
is fine.
I feel ya. Maybe I
This
would.
is inverted.
To be fair, I would use it too, but like with the utmost chagrin.
I don't have a problem. You know what? I'm an interrobang defender. Okay. I almost yelled at her. Yes, it was foreplay when he told the whole school I had capitalized irritable, capitalized bowel, capitalized syndrome. I
It's a
don't think
proper
that's
noun.
capitalized. Is it?
Yeah, IBS. It's
But
a
do you
disease.
always? Yeah, I know it's a disease, but like I don't think all diseases are capitalized at all times.
I think you can make a case for both
Is it? Maybe it is.
because it's like you always capitalize diabetes too. For example.
Wait, do you?
Yeah. God knows it always gets corrected when I type it out that I should capitalize it.
Irritable bowel syndrome. Irritable bowel syndrome or IBS. I'm seeing that it's not capitalized in a lot of these places.
Okay.
Not diabetes, but this one. Anyway, okay. I'm pretty sure that's wrong. It was foreplay when he told the whole school I had irritable bowel syndrome and everyone made farting noises. I walked down the hall freshman year. My sarcastic tone failed to cover up my anger. Nice showing there. How could she think all this was foreplay? And yes, it was completely erotic the way he had the grocery store deliver a case of yeast infection cream to math class sophomore year. Okay, I mean, that's like in school suspension. Also, like, I don't even think they'd let the delivery driver in the school, but okay, sure. But what really got me hot and ready to bend over for him was when he plastered brochures for genital wart treatment to my locker, which is completely outrageous for someone to have an STD without having sex. I mean, I guess I'll let her slide because she's doing dialogue, but like that sentence got away from her big time.
Yep.
Which is complete. Okay.
You know, she's stretching this like play very thin of like, I don't know what you mean. I'm not hot. This guy doesn't have the hots for me. Like, come on, like let her have some common sense.
Yeah,
and maybe the conclusion
100%.
be like, okay, fine, you think he likes me? Well, he's an asshole. I don't like him. That would be more realistic instead of this like freaking ignorant of like, what do you mean he likes me? No, he doesn't. Like that's how it reads to me.
It's very bad. I think that's going to be the whole book.
Oh my
Blinking long and hard. Imagine that mentally. Long and hard. I took a mental vacation back to France. Port Salutis, French bread, bonbon, French bread. She couldn't even muster up a baguette.
Yeah.
This author. Oh boy, white Americans. Am I right? I snorted. Also, most of the time. Even though I used to write like this, the preferred method is to have a space after an ellipses. You do not let the ellipses bump up.
Really?
I actually don't. I actually don't like how that looks personally.
Me neither.
I used to write it like this too, but I've done a lot of editing and like that's how the Chicago Manual of Style does it. I think a different style guide. I think a different style guide. I actually wouldn't worry about it though, because I see books all the time that just do whatever they want. I think a different style guide actually calls for a space before and after, and that's fucking hideous.
That's
so, like,
ugly.
No.
It's like putting a space
It's
before and after the
extremely
M
ugly.
dash. Like, ew.
Yeah, isn't that a UK thing though?
God, maybe. I don't know.
I think that's where that comes from. I think that's just different, but yeah, that's also fucking hideous. I agree.
Yeah, no.
I snorted when I realized that maybe it wasn't France, but the food that I really love. Damn girl, I feel that.
Oh my god.
Casey stared at me wide-eyed. No, Tate. I don't think he is engaging in sexual foreplay. I think he really does hate you. What I'm saying is, isn't it about time you fought back, played the game? If he pushes, you push back. I tried to let her words sink in, but she continued. Tate, guys aren't mean to attractive girls for no oh dear. Guys aren't mean to attractive girls for no reason at all. In fact, most teenage guys' energy is for the sole purpose of getting laid or playing Counter-Strike, I guess. They don't want to diminish their options, so they are rarely mad at any girl. Oh boy.
Oh my
God.
A double ellipses.
Unless she's betrayed him, of course, she mused. Okay. I knew that was a lot going on there. I knew Casey was right to an extent. There had to be a reason for why Jared acted the way he did. Had to hit that hard. I'd racked my brain 1,000 times trying to figure it out. He was cold to most people, but he was downright cruel to me. Why me? I stood up and continued the task of hanging up clothes, my scarves draped over my shoulder. Ugh, boy. Came back from France with a bunch of scarves, trying to
Mm.
look better than the rest of us.
Mm.
Well, I haven't betrayed Jared. I've told you 100 times we were friends for years. He went away for a few weeks the summer before freshman year, and when he came back, he was different. He didn't want to have anything to do with me. Well,
Oh.
you won't know anything until you engage. Like before you left for France. You pushed back that night, and that's what you need to keep doing. Casey shot out advice like I hadn't Casey shot out advice like I hadn't thought about it for the past year. My anger got away from me the night of Tori Beckman's party. Full name, lol. I love when people do that. It's so funny, bro.
Just the
Tori
full
Beckman.
legal name.
The full legal name, Tori, Elizabeth Beckman. The night of Tori Beckman's party, but no good was going to come from me sinking to Jared's level again. Look, I evened out my voice in an attempt to appear calm. There was no way I was getting sucked into any more drama with this guy, damn it. We're going to have an amazing year. I'm hoping Jared has forgotten all about me. If he has, then we can both peacefully ignore each other until graduation. If he hasn't, then I'll do what I think is best. I've got bigger things on my mind. I've got bigger things on my mind anyway. He and that asshat Maddock can poke and prod all they want. I'm done giving them my attention. They are not taking my senior year. I stopped to look at her. Casey looked thoughtful. Ugh, writing. Okay, she offered complacently. Okay, that's weird. Okay? Yes, I said okay, and they fucked up the quotes
Oh
again.
my god.
Also, I see people do this all the time. You really, I know that, like, the rule is that, like, yeah, if you're, like, direct quoting something, you should put single quotes around it.
Mhm.
You don't have to do that
Mhm.
in, like, this scenario, right?
Mhm.
Like, yes, I said okay. You do not have to put single quotes on that. People aren't
Mhm.
going to be, like, confused by the lack of single quotes. I think they just, like, garble it up and make it look ugly, in
Okay,
my opinion.
question. I don't
Mhm.
like single quotes. I think they're ugly, so I usually italicize
are.
direct quotes.
Just italicize them?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess you could do that if you wanted to.
But I'm not sure. Is that kosher?
I mean, it's not. I mean, I think it's not. I mean, in as much as there are rules for that thing, that's not a normal rule. I don't think. I mean, the normal
Okay.
rule is that you use single quotes, but also like I said, like I don't think you don't have to use them. I don't think. Like you do not have to have these single quotes here, in my opinion. And I think it just like they're really to help people like when it's like half a sentence is dialogue and half a sentence is dialogue they're quoting, right? Like you want there to be a difference so that it's kind of clear
That they're quoting.
right? But like there's no confusion here. She just said the word okay and now she's saying yes, I said
Yeah.
okay. I don't think it has to be put in quotes. I think I think italics would like maybe you could put italics on this so it sounds like she's hitting the word harder.
Yeah.
But like I don't know if I think it would be weird if you did it for like a big quote that someone is quoting. Italics are also just like kind of ugly when you have a lot of them.
Yeah, fair. Let me think of an example. There's an interaction in my book where one character is reciting the contract to another character.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a direct quote, and then I tried it with the single quote.
Of the contract?
Yes. But they're like having an argument too. So like I felt like the single quotes looked so fucking ugly. I couldn't just leave it like that.
They are kind of ugly. That's how those freaks over in England do all their quotes. But I mean I think I would use them for that if you're quoting like from a document. I think that's I mean italics are so often used to like most commonly used to indicate either saying a word differently for emphasis or, internal monologue. I just feel like people are primed to read them in a way that like makes you think it's not normal dialogue. And so I feel like having them in that, I mean, you could do it. It's like whatever. It's a pretty minor thing, but I would probably put single quotes on that. But
yeah,
you know what? You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, but I'm trying to get an opinion.
I agree they're ugly.
Yeah, I'm trying to avoid that like thing that they fucked up in this manuscript where there's like 3 quotes. Here it's 4 for some weird reason, but like
You just put
by the end
you
of
everything every single thing. If you have a quote
mhm
on the quote always goes after the closing period. I
mhm
think the only exception to that, I do believe,
mhm
is if you are using an apostrophe to shorten a word.
mhm
Like if you were like hidden instead of hitting,
mhm.
and you're using the apostrophe to drop the final G, I believe that does stay within the period.
Yeah, and everything
Um,
else comes afterwards, right?
yeah, but if it's anything to do with like quotes, like how quotes are generally used, and not like
Mhm.
for dropping a letter, then
Yeah, and
everything
then
goes
and
outside
that triple
the final
quote
punctuation. The
sign
triple quotes
is
are they're not so bad. They're not so bad.
you have to get over it. Okay, moving
It's a
on.
little they're a little janky, but like
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, that's the thing. Like I mean, try to not have people quoting other people like every other page. But what are you
Yeah.
gonna do?
Yeah.
Um. Okay. Yes, I said okay. She let the discussion go. My shoulders relaxed. She really wanted me to be David to Jared's Goliath. Wow, it's like what's that word I'm looking for?
A
Not
metaphor?
aphorism. Allegory is
Allegory.
the Bible version of a metaphor, right? Isn't that what that is?
You're
Um,
you're asking the wrong person.
I don't know. She wanted me to be David to Jared's Goliath, and I just wanted to focus on getting into Columbia and winning the science fair in the spring. Do
Oh
they have
my god.
science fairs for seniors? Isn't that like a? I don't. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay, I mimicked and quickly. Okay, okay, I mimicked and quickly changed the subject. So my dad isn't due home for 3 more months. What trouble should I dare to stir up? Do you think I should actually break curfew while he's gone? I continued to sort out my clothes. This is something the podcast I listen to likes to call out when the author is like telling you something that someone is continuing to do. Like you can just kind of assume that she's still doing this. You don't have to like keep writing it on every other paragraph, bro. Amazing. I still can't believe your dad is leaving you alone for 3 months.
Oh my
He knows that it's ridiculous to make me stay with my grandma, start a new school, and then move back here when he gets home at Christmas.
god.
It's my senior year. It's important. He understands. My grandma always stayed with me when my dad was away, but her sister wasn't well and needed constant help. I was on my own this time. I
You could have cut that
my
entire paragraph.
what? My grandma always stayed with me while my dad was away. Got it. Okay. But her sister wasn't well and needed kind of help. I was okay. I got it. It took me like 2 readings to understand that.
I am for sure, I'm so fucking sure this grandma will never be mentioned again, and we just read that for
Yeah.
nothing.
I hope it's Chekhov's grandma. I hope it's
Granny.
Chekhov's grandma's sick sister.
And
So
then
her
she's the
great
one who
aunt.
shoots somebody. You
Oh
remember
yeah, I
the?
hope so.
That'd be
Oh yeah, there was a gun in this.
Yes.
Chekhov's gun.
And
Amazing.
then grandma
Okay.
shoots somebody. Oh, that'd be so
Oh,
awesome.
that'd be great. Okay. Yeah, well, your grandma's only like 2 hours away anyway, so I'm sure she'll pop in here and there. Casey pointed out. I think that actually should be attached with a comma. So it's another spelling error.
Huh.
That's a speech tag. It's not an action tag.
That's true.
Should we possibly risk having a party? She knew I was a worrywart, a common phrase that teens use even
Obviously.
back when this was written. Common. So her tone was cautious. My parents raised me to think for myself, but to use common sense. Far too often had Casey been disappointed by my lack of devil-may-care attitude.
Oh my
Another
God.
classic one for the kids. That way, wait. Oh, this should be dropped down, bro. Far too often had Casey been disappointed by my lack of a devil-may-care attitude. That way you wouldn't be breaking curfew because you ... be ... home. She quickly reasoned.
What?
Why is it's Casey saying this? It definitely should not be. I think that
Yeah, it should
I
be
think that should
dropped
be
down.
dropped down. It's
I
very
feel like.
confusing.
And why
I know that
is
Casey
it?
was the last person mentioned, but like it still should be dropped down to a new
Yeah, because it's
paragraph.
like from her perspective. Yeah, I agree, but
Yeah, it's
also
bad.
I don't know why because you'd be ... be ... home.
Because you'd be it's just weird
I feel like
dialogue, weird
you
dialogue.
you could get away with that
You'd
if you
be
emphasized everything with an action. Like I'm pointing
or
you.
also just even if she was like you'd be dot dot dot, like big paws, like, giving her the eyes, like home, right?
Yeah.
Also, it doesn't even make sense because then she makes it even dumber because she says she quickly reasoned, whereas the ellipses indicate that it's not quick.
Exactly. What is
It's
this?
just like so bad on like every
I'm
technical level, I
confused.
feel
I'm
like.
confused.
Okay, my chest tightened at the thought of an unauthorized party, but I had to admit, it was still something I wanted to do at some point. I guess it is a rite of passage for all teenagers having a party while the parents are away. I admitted, but swallowed hard when I remembered that I only had one parent. When I remembered that I only had one parent?
Oh yes, I forgot. I only have a
Oh
dad.
my. Although my mom had passed away 8 years ago, it still hurt every day. Well, this is the first I'm hearing about it. I
No, no,
glanced
no,
over
no, no,
to
no, no,
our.
no. This was mentioned in chapter 2.
Oh, I think you're right.
Yeah.
But
And
okay, like, you don't remember, you don't say while the parents are away and then remember your mom died 8 years ago. That's not how the human brain works. I'm sorry, bro.
and the way this is written, like
It's so
I
bad.
remember saying at that point where it's just like, look, I don't need to remember all the exposition here because I'm so sure that Penelope will restate the most
That
important
is
parts
accurate.
over and over again. And here we have it, Exhibit A.
Fully accurate. Okay. I glanced over to our last family picture sitting on my bedside table. We were at a White Sox game, and my parents were each kissing one of my cheeks, my lips scrunched up like a fish. Ugh. Casey patted me on the back. We'll go slowly with you. We can start stretching the rules before we break them. How about having a guy over before you have a huge crowd? She grabbed a black silk top I'd bought in Paris and held it up. Yeah, somehow I think my dad would find one guy more threatening that a house full of teenage partiers. Oh, boy.
A typo.
And I do break rules sometimes. I'm guilty of speeding and jaywalking, and my voice trailed off as my lips pulled into a grin. All right, so you don't have to say your voice trailed off if you do the ellipses, because that is saying your voice trailed off. God, I hate that. Okay. Casey and I could be adventurous, but it was never of much interest to me to lose my father's trust. Normally, I didn't even bend rules. I respected him too much. Wow, what a good woman. Yeah. Yeah, okay, Mother Teresa, Casey muttered dismissively as she began flipping through some photos I'd taken during my year away. Jesus.
What is that sentence?
So can you speak French fluently now? Oh god, this is like my life. I know some useful words for you. I deadpanned. Incorrect. Not connected with a comma as a speech tag.
Yeah.
She grabbed a pillow from my bed and flung it at me without looking away from the pictures in her hand. After 3 years of devoted friendship, we could exchange harmless insults as easily as clothes. Okay, weird. Okay.
What the hell?
Walking into my private bathroom, I like that it's called out as being private. I called out, "So, can you stay for dinner? We can do pizza." Wow. And ruin that runner's body of yours? Woof. Letting herself go already. Tonight I have to be home, actually, she shouted back. Liam is coming over for dinner. My mom is getting a little anxious about our relationship and wants to see him more. She enunciated relationship as if there was a double meaning. Should be as if there were a double meaning. It's the subjunctive tense. Liam and Casey had been together for 2 years, and they've been having sex for a while.
Oof.
Her mom no doubt suspected that their relationship had progressed. Uh-oh. Is Sergeant Carter on to you too? I grunted while shoving my now empty suitcase under my bed. I called Casey's mom Sergeant Carter due to her authoritarian mothering.
Oh,
wow, she really had to explain that.
Yeah.
Oh, God, man. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Oh my.
Man.
Like, you. Oh, I don't even want to say it. It's too mean. Why? What? Way
so
to
bad.
state the obvious.
It's so bad.
I would have never
Casey,
deduced that myself. Never.
Even if she dropped that sentence and just kept the rest of this, where it says Casey had little privacy and expected and was expected to report and everything. However, it only made her want to keep her secrets more. That would have been fine.
Yeah.
I'm sure she found my nightie and went ballistic. Casey stood up and grabbed her purse from the bed. Isn't a nightie like not even? That's not even like sexy. I mean, I guess it could be a sexy nightie.
Yeah, it's like negligee a little bit.
It doesn't like have to be though, right? I mean, I guess.
So, no.
I mean, in this context, like, I mean, it's just, wouldn't that, I mean, like, it's something you wear. I mean, it's like, I don't know, like, I don't know. What do I know? I don't know about women.
No, I feel
Um,
like nighty specifically is sexy, but like nightgown, that's probably
yeah, okay, I guess. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, although it's not. I mean, it's not like it's lingerie at the same time. It's like I
yeah,
don't know.
but
It's something you.
Sergeant Carter.
Yeah, well, sorry. Yeah, I know. She is authoritarian. You're right. I would have loved to see you. I would have loved to see you talk your way out of that one. I shut off my bedroom light and followed her down the stairs. If my parents were like your dad, maybe I wouldn't be so nervous about telling them things, Casey mumbled. I was pretty sure I would never tell my dad about my first time whenever it happened. I thought, I was like, great, we're going to hear a flashback about this
Uh,
later, but she's still a virgin. Still a stupid loser virgin who can't drive, probably. Um, well, we can hook. Who's talking? Oh, she is. Well, we can hook up tomorrow or whenever, as long as it's before school starts. Absolutely, tomorrow. She gave me a tight hug. I need to go get myself cleaned up before dinner. I'll see you later. Capital, and she rushed out the door. Okay,
what?
that's weird.
Yeah.
Not only is not only should it not be capitalized, it also should not be connected with a comma.
Yeah.
So later, that's the end. Jesus.
What the fuck was this chapter in here for?
No conflict, no story progression, no character progression, rehashed a bunch of information that we already had. Oh, okay, all right. You know what? I'll give them this.
Hmm.
They seeded the thing about maybe they're gonna have a maybe she's gonna have a party. That's about it.
I was expecting you to say about the grandma, but like I guess there's a party.
Yeah, I hope the grandma's sick sister. Be specific.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very
Like,
bad chapter.
this is a candidate of a chapter I would cut. And I
Yeah.
hardly
kind
ever
of.
say that.
Also, like,
yeah.
like, I'm, if you're going to have a chapter that doesn't move the plot along, yes, you should think about cutting it. But if you're not going to cut it, then at least the chapter should be fun to read.
Yeah.
And like, like you can have a conversation that doesn't move the plot along really, that's fun to read, right? Like you can have good dialogue, you can show like the actual like chemistry between two characters, and like while maybe your book would be tighter if you cut that out, at least people are going to kind of be entertained reading it because it's entertaining. Like it can be entertaining. Like, so yeah, don't have a chapter that doesn't move the plot along and is kind of boring and isn't fun to read for any other reason.
Yeah.
Like this would be like this is not like a oh, kill your darlings. She's like, no, I loved the banter here and left this in. This is like not good. It's not a good conversation.
That is, you know what it feels like? Number one, why am I reading this? Number two, it's like, why would I want to read about two teenage girls catching up? That's essentially what they're doing. They're catching up. They tease each other, and while one is folding the clothes, and then the end of the scene is like, okay, bye. Like essentially, I'm like, it's like small talk.
Like it's like, and it's not even, but it's like not good. That's my main problem with it. Is that like, yes, I agree that like, obviously, so if your chapter doesn't move something along, then it would be better if it moved something along. But like, you could have small talk that's actually like fun to read. Like good dialogue can be fun even if it's kind of not moving things along. Like you could have had this be a scene that was like really showed the relationship these two have instead of being told the relationship these two have. Because I was told the relationship they have, but I don't see any like what they're actually like as friends. Like I feel like not to like I don't know, man, not to pat myself on the back, but like I feel like I have scenes that are this long that easily give you like a massive amount of information about what the relationship is between these two friends, and is also like more inherently kind of clever and funny to read. not to toot my own horn. Oh, I shouldn't say the name of it. But like he's like in the giving her shirt in the bathroom or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like that scene alone is like, you get a very good idea of the friendship that these people have.
Yeah, but the thing is that doesn't even freaking count because it's setting up the thing later in the plot. I don't know if I should like really actively discuss it. I remember that scene.
Yeah, maybe better not. But I mean, even just that. But like, even if it wasn't, like, even if you stripped out, if you even stripped out anything that came up later, like, let's just say that like nothing in that scene. Let's pretend nothing in that scene came up later. Like, just the interaction between them, at the very least, is like it tells you what their relationship is like.
Yeah,
or sorry, it shows you what their relationship is like, and does not tell you what their relationship is like.
Yeah, valid, but I feel like even just that alone in a chapter is for me already too little. It's so easy to make a dialogue.
No, I don't.
Contain. I'm not
I
trying
don't disagree.
to. I'm not trying to like crit your story here. I'm just thinking about for the people listening what I'm trying to get into the point of like what I mean by this. It's like, of course, not every fucking line in your book is meant to further the fucking plot, not every conversation. But I still believe that every scene and fucking every chapter has to earn its keep in your story. And
it should, yeah. I mean, it should, yeah.
Where it doesn't even have to be like a big plot movement. Like even here, okay, fine, you're setting up the frigging party for later, but there are so many ways. Like because the chapter before this was already fucking pointless. Now we have chapter 3. And it's exactly the same type of chapter. It's pointless. So at this point, I'm thinking like, when is the plot arriving? We're just talking about
this is
the So
this being like chapter 3. Looking at this in the context of what came before it makes it even worse for sure.
Like I'm thinking about that, where I'm like I'm just witnessing random conversations. I don't get a feel of where this story is heading. I feel like there is an intention of setting something up, but it doesn't. The information doesn't land. In this case, what I would do is something about the previous chapter. It could be his new car gets revealed. It doesn't have to be a big like thing. It could be the fact that he has a job as racing now, and then, oh shit, I was trying not to think about this dude. Now I'm thinking about him. And then the fact that we had this childhood dream kind of pisses me off that he's doing it. But I told myself, no, I'll move on. Cut the fucking thing about like, oh, it was all foreplay and you look gorgeous, but that part, the humble brag paragraph, do that differently. That's just annoying. And also I mentioned something else, the second thing. So it was the humble brag paragraph and
car thing?
The car thing I said would have been a nice little plot reveal to add just a little bit of tension in this conversation.
Well, also, sorry, go on.
There was one last thing. The party.
Good luck remembering that.
The party. I feel like that was so awkwardly put in there. It was just like the stream of the conversation was like, what the... It's like, okay.
The conversation was weird. Like, so for example, like, also, like, the looking back at the previous chapters here, like, that I was just talking about is, like, these chapters do not, like... connect to each other really in any way. Like it is just like this happened, then this happens, then this happens. So like even inside chapter 2, she has a call with her dad, and then she goes to sleep, and then she wakes up and sees him come home in his car, and then we're in chapter 3 and she's talking to her friend, and then after that, chapter 4 looks like.
Well, we're gonna read that now.
What is chapter 4?
Good question.
I don't even know what is starting.
God damn it!
And then in chapter 4, she wakes up with someone having a party next door. So like nothing is happening that is like
connected.
There is no through line. It's just a random series of events that are not that the characters' choices. Well, she's not making any choices, which is why it's a random series of events. What you want your characters to do is to have a goal and an obstacle, and then make a choice, and then the outcome of that is what leads you to like what happens next from that.
Yeah,
and this is so far like completely not done at all.
Yeah, it feels like
which is especially bad for the first opening of the book.
I feel like that's when you have to like actively set up what you're gonna.
Yeah,
I feel like it's a lot of teasing tension. It's not even tension through teasing. It's like it's gonna be tense, but it never gets there. It's like edging before the edge. You're It's not even edging to the actual thing. It's like you're edging that you're gonna edge us. It's like
Yeah,
a
basically.
step behind. Anyway,
Nothing's happened. Nothing's happened.
yeah, nothing. Okay.
Nothing.
You think we can do one more chapter? You think you have the
It
time?
is really long. Let me see how long.
Oh my
Let me see how
fucking
long this
God.
one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know. I don't know. Chapter 4 is like twice as long.
Holy
I'm actually really hungry.
Yeah,
I might have to
that's
eat
fine.
something.
No, I'm just like swiping through it, and I'm like,
It's so long, bro. It just goes
see,
on forever. I can't
oh my
imagine.
God.
So rest
What's
your
that?
voice, and we can do that one. Maybe we can do that one tomorrow
Or
or something.
sometime else. 20 pages, I think.
Is that what it is on your? Holy shit!
Something
I
possessed
guess I'm
Penelope.
on like a PDF. I'm on like a PDF, and I'm just like
Oh.
it's at least like 12 on mine. They're big pages.
Yeah, I'm in a e-reader.
Jesus. Is it gonna be another party scene? Oh my god, bro.
Slightly.
Oh my god, bro.
But I have
It's
to
just-
read that one. Okay. No,
Yeah,
I'll
good
let
luck
you
with
go.
that.
I don't want to do that.
I'm
It's
excited.
freaking midnight now. I should go
Yeah,
to
it's
bed.
also late for you. But yeah, I'm now that I'm freed from this hell, I'm back to being a free time boy. So
Nice, at least for the
it's a great
weekend.
life.
So I will capitalize on that.
Yes, at the very least for that. They have
Alright.
more stuff that's gonna come down the pipe, but like who knows what it's gonna be.
Yeah, I wish you
So.
success with that. Wait, let me just
Yeah, thanks.
do a little freaking outro here.
Yes.
So if in case you guys haven't noticed, we're only doing one chapter now because the next one is like a big boy. So we'll do that whenever Ezra has the time. Maybe tomorrow. Who knows? But thank you for listening. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.